me I make one video off of not sleeping for what, about 16 hours now I'm up. Yeah, about 16 hours now I'm up. So it's going to be a long day today, but that's okay. I want to tell you, so I stand up here so I literally record over 13 minutes of content or a video and my mic never on. Anyways, while me I gonna make some tea, let's talk about the fact that I have been having a boost in my spirit, and something has been telling me that, hey girl, you need to talk about this, because I've been having a lot of comments where people are talking about the fact that they are wanting to buy land in Jamaica. I'm basically like, how you do it? And before I bought land, and I usually talk to people about it, they usually ask me why Jamaica. And in my head, I'm like, why not? A lot of people can choose to go anywhere in the world, and you have a decision as well. You don't have to, I'm not going to call them naysayers. Maybe their goal is not your goal. Hold on, I don't know how long this is going to be. Maybe their goal is not going to be your goal, and that is quite okay, because we're all on our own little journey. As I always tell people, you're on your own little path, and you just have to focus on what is in front of you, and whatever is behind you, you already passed it, leave it back there. Anyways, I remember when I thought about buying land, and I usually talk to others about it. And most of the time I talk to older people. And some people will be like, why you gonna buy land in Jamaica? You know all Jamaica thief, you know all people this, you know all people that. And sometimes people are talking from their own experience, because they had a bad experience with trying to get property in Jamaica. I remember say back in our days, you usually have people who live a foreign, where they send money come to family member to build land for them, or buy land for them, or build house. And if family member then did I take the money and I raise them pitney, or I build their own things. And then when them go to Jamaica and I look for what them things and they send all this money for, it's not there. So things and times have changed. Everything, a lot of things is now electronic. So therefore, you can go online and set up bank account and have the app on your phone, and you can see where all of your money and what your money is doing. A lot of times we focus on the negative because it's easier to focus on and it's more comfortable. But you have to make the decision to understand that if you're going to be working on something, you're gonna have ups and downs, and sometimes it's not going to always go the way you want it to go, and that is okay. When the trials come, as me did say in one of my videos, like the hard part is also the beauty about it, because you put in the work to get it done. So the hard part will come with it. You can look back and reflect and say, Bounty, remember when this did happen to me? And me even reflect on it now. Me even make one video talking about what we did go through. And even though we go through what we go through, it didn't stop us from achieving our goal. I realized that I was my only holdback. Like I was my biggest critic. I was my biggest critic, and I was holding back myself. And why I said that I was holding back myself is because I was wasting a lot of time on social media. I was one of those people that was just hooked on my phone, scrolling. And I think we talk about this in other videos. But when we end up deleting Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, although I wanted to promote, like use those things to promote. You brush your teeth and wash your face already? Okay. Okay. I want bacon. Okay. Come across and take up here and go over there. So I did waste a lot of time online, and I was focusing on the wrong things, and something in my mind say you need to lock in. As the people them nowadays say, you need to sit down and lock in. And that is exactly what I did. I ended up deleting all those apps. And through deleting those apps, I found more time to know where the money was going to come from, how we're going to pay off debt, what we're going to move around, what shares are we going to sell. And also, if you're going to think about selling shares and you're not retired yet, you have to pay taxes on it. Okay? You have to pay taxes on it. And depending on how much you sell, it can be very high. So make sure to your budget for that. Either way, we had some good investments, so I didn't mind selling a few of my shares in some stuff. And also, I had some investment account that I was not really using, so I decided to go ahead and just get rid of that account completely. What's wrong? So get rid of that account completely, right? Anyways, I realized that when you have 24 hours in a day, and if you spend 10 of the hours there at scroll, that are 10 hours you use not being productive. And I think you watch a lot of motivational channels for hear this, then talk about this all the time. You cannot say I spend you cannot complain about your life and you not make certain decisions where I go actually make it better. So if you spend your time a complain about what is going on in your life and you not use 5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour to improve your life, or even read a book, watch a video that talk about self-healing or bettering your life and improvement in your life and certain things, you have to make sure say you find the time to do things where go better you. For me, I read a lot of self-help book. One of the books I read, started to read before me even did think about buying property, was habits. And it was just me trying to see how best I can change my mindset as it relates to certain things and creating new habits, because some of the habits I have weren't good. And I was used to it because it was just something that I wake up and do every day. But in I mean say did that do me any good? Like the first thing I reach for my phone, the first thing I start watch is a YouTube video. And sometimes the YouTube video them are just about, especially now in at this time, everything is about P. Diddy and Trump. That is it. That is my FYP. And I only watch like little snippets of me that I watch here and there, and then it just create that type of FYP. So now I am now disabling YouTube because me I try to make more YouTube videos and kind of only use it when we really need to post something. So if me not necessarily I post something, me not really depend on YouTube like that. And then also this month or into next month, I will be working a lot. So although we buy Lana Jamaica, we're not rich. We are regular people. We are work and we work every day and we are trying to make it work, okay? Me used to work 2 days a week because I wanted to be present for my daughter Monday through Friday to help her with schoolwork. And then also she is growing and her emotions are heightened and kids mean and stuff. So I wanted to be available for her emotionally. So me did sacrifice and just only work Saturday, Sunday. So I could have be available to her Monday to Friday. So now that school is out, we kind of change gears and I'm going to be picking up more shifts so we can have more money in my pocket, right? So we can pay for the land when we just buy. Anyways, now that we have the land and we have to pay for the land, we have to make sure so we are not land poor. So because we ended up finding the time to pay off certain debt, more money is available to be able to be put aside for pay for the property for land. We hope to pay it off sooner than the time within Giwi. But for now, we are work with the time within Giwi because it's a work within our budget. Once we pay down more debt, we obviously will be sending more money over to it. So that is another thing. I don't know why I was pushed to make this video. I don't know. It's because sometimes also you guys want to talk to people and people maybe talk on out of certain things. But you have to remember where your priorities lie and what are your goals. You can't listen to people, you can't listen to people complain and start talk about say, you know what, me not do it enough because look that she do it and it never work out for her. Or you know, say you will do it and it never work out for you. Both our parents, both our fathers have land, and me could have sit down and say me I wait for my father to cut up piece of land or whatever. But me know the type of family me have on my father's side. So there is no way me did I go sit down and do that. And me no know about Ryan. Ryan would have to speak on film side of family. But sitting and waiting for somebody to do something with the hope, say then do it and then they not do it and then now you have to try to scatter figure fine land and scatter figure fine whatever because you feel like say you need to have one foundation in a Jamaica or whatever. My mother already set we up. Like if me never buy land, me never buy nothing, my mother already build one house and she build it for basically her kids. And if we did anytime, what me love about my mommy always have this thing where in her heart, if anything figure bad to any one of her kids, we can always come home. We can always go back home. If we fall upon our face, we can always go back home. And I think I am proud of her for creating that. That is amazing. And I think me have the same mindset, like me want to make sure say me set up Azalea in life. She can come back, regroup, and try something again. Because life is about different experiences and you never know what is going to come your way, good or bad. But if your parents set you up to say, hey, if you me want you to be great, but if you fall short, we can still have something for you. You can still come back in my bosom. The, the house being her bosom, may have you, right? You can come back to this and you can restart. And I think that is an amazing thing to do for. And if you are a parent, that is an amazing thing to do. If you have children in your life that you would like to do something like that for them, I think it's amazing because that is how we grow as a community and that's how we grow as a family. And that is how we set up people in our circle for success. I can't stress this enough. Ryan and I work regular jobs. Me, I'm a registered nurse and he's a pharmacy technician. And what we try our best to do is manage our money. So maybe I look on you and be like, me there, so I can't do it. No, you can't do it. All you have to do, I learn how to manage your money good. Make sure you know you have little sacrifices. If you have a high lifestyle where you go drink and enjoy certain things every week, maybe do it every other week. If you're somebody where always go out and I have brunch and whatever, maybe start setting it up for only when a special events you go. You know, sometimes me not say you have to enjoy your life. May I say just quote like do it in a way where you not spend a lot of money and put it in a position where you save and pay off a lot of debt. But I wanted to make this little video to motivate anybody that is buying land. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a lot of money in your bank account. You just need to manage your money well and set things aside and curb some of the activities maybe where you always do. Change it up a bit to make it work for you so you can afford to buy your property. And if you are in this moment where you're buying land in Jamaica, I wish you guys all the best. Oh, big up the Facebook group when we did what was that group on Facebook? Is it that it called Black Homesteading or Jamaicans moving back to Jamaica? Me no remember, but that group also pushed me to buy land in Jamaica. Me usually watch Anisha Adams on YouTube. Well, not usually, me still watch her because I like her style of vlogs. It's very real, very down to earth, very rough Jamaica, real Jamaica. Me like her vibe. But anyways, me really watch how me burn up my bacon them. But me really like those Facebook groups because they also pushed me. It showed me that there was a lot of Jamaicans that are buying land back home. Whether you go through realtor or you go through word of mouth, there was a lot of people buying land back home and people willing to move back to Jamaica to build Jamaica. And part of me really want to move back and build Jamaica because we have a beautiful island, and sometimes when you think about it, the rich is not going to give you, they're not going to. So if you're with a politician, you have a long line. So anyways, what I'm saying is I want to build Jamaica and give back to Jamaica in a way where it is building up our country. I think that makes sense. Yeah. So that was one. I did community service in a girls' home at St. Anne's Bay. I think they say lockdown now. But I remember doing community service in college at a girls' home in St. Anne's Bay, and it really touched my heart. And I always would like to give back to something like that, even for volunteer. Like, say, I go on vacation, I go volunteer and help out because those young minds, regardless of what they're going through, because a lot of time, a lot of trauma those kids go through, and that is why they end up in some places. And just to let them know or be that person to be like, look, it's hard right now, but eventually it's going to be okay. Your trauma where you go through is not your end goal in life. Me experience my own trauma, I never make it stop me from reaching where me reach in life. Sometimes, yes, it hurts. Sometimes you want to sink it in at the back of your subconscious, and when things happen and trigger it, it come right up into your conscious, and that is something that we're all working on. It's like a learning curve, and it's also a healing journey, and I work on it every single day. So we all have traumas. We all have stuff where happen to we in our life. We all have shit where go down, right? But don't make that be what hold you back in life. And I wish that someday I will be able to sit and talk with young kids and young boys and girls in Jamaica and let them know that this is not the end of it. It's not the end. Look where me reach compared to where me I come from. Me not come from nowhere but too bad, but you know, me don't want to paint this picture like me I come from somewhere bad. Me never come from somewhere bad, but I had my struggles to get to where I'm at right now. So yes, that is what I wanted to say in this video. If you make it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.